In this video, we'll show you how the Form 4 LFD print process works and the behavior you will see from the printer as it builds your print. The Form 4 is a masked SLA printer, otherwise known as MSLA, powered by our Low Force Display or LFD print engine. LFD features 6 custom hardware subsystems and sets a new standard for speed, reliability, print quality, and material performance. The print process is the combined work of many subsystems in the printer. The first is the backlight unit, which features an array of LEDs and mechanisms to create consistent, collimated light. This light passes through the next subsystem, the LPU4, which consists of an LCD and various accessory components for reliability and consistency, including a release texture for assisting the peel process. This release texture works along with the newly designed resin tank with a taut yet flexible film to minimize unnecessary force on your parts. Lastly, the Form 4 utilizes an automatic resin dispensing system and multiple intelligent control systems. To get us started, let's look at how those systems combined create your print layer by layer in a 3-part process: the squish, the exposure, and the peel. Starting with the squish, this initial step of the print process starts with the build platform descending into the resin tank and defining the height of each layer between the flat tank film and the surface of the build platform or previously printed layers. In the Form 4, this downward force is met with the rigid surface of the LPU4, which creates a reliable, flat surface that supports the film of the resin tank. The next step in the printing process is when the liquid resin is exposed to the 405 nanometer light of the LEDs. The light from the LEDs travels through a lens array which adjusts the light for consistent exposure across the build area. This collimated light passes through the LPU4 and the tank film to cure a new layer of resin to the previously cured layer or build platform. Let's take a moment to look at the LPU more closely so that we can understand how the printer is defining the shape of each layer. The LPU's function in the Form 4 is to define the shape of the area to be cured in the tank for each layer, allowing light to only pass through areas that need curing, as the backlight unit is exposing the entire build area to light at once. This is achieved through the LCD screen built into the LPU4. Each pixel of the LCD screen is toggled on or off, cleanly replicating the instructions given to the printer from preform during the slicing process, to either allow light to pass through or prevent it from passing respectively. This cuts down print time as there's no moving parts necessary for the exposure step, and the entire layer cures at once. Finally, let's talk about the last step in the printing process, the peel. Here's when the printer separates the build platform and the printed part from the tank film in order to repeat all steps again for the next layer. As the build platform lifts, the flexible tank film will pull away from the flat surface of the LPU, without resistance due to the release texture on the LPU surface. The release texture creates just enough room for air to travel between the surface of the LPU and the underside of the tank to break the vacuum between them during the peel process. As it does so, the flexible film will peel away from the newly cured layer of resin as well, as it is firmly adhered to the build platform. Once the printer detects that the layer has fully separated from the tank, it will move on to the next step, either a mix or another layer beginning. The mixer is attached directly to the printer and rests inside the tank, guided by a motor for precise movement. The mixer has many different purposes. It maintains a homogeneous resin mixture, assists in resin coverage in the resin tank, removes debris from the printing area, and flags obstructions on the build platform and tank film. The amount the mixer moves will vary depending on the resin used and other print process variables. You could see no mix between the layers, a single swipe, or even a double swipe.